I do apologize. Am I disturbing you?
No, please. Do come in, Mrs.
My name is Miss Alice de Bouvier. I'm Mr. Holmes' new neighbor.
Oh, I didn't have the pleasure to... I am Dr. John Watson. Could we provide you with any assistance?
She is not the concern, Watson.
I'm... Then, what is this about?
That child standing sniffling behind her. Get rid of him, Watson.
But he is shivering with cold. And he is upset. What happened to him?
Little Tom knocked at the wrong door.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, boy, come in. Warm yourself by the fire. Can I offer you a cup of tea, Miss de Bouvier?
Well,
It is not as though we are disturbing you-know-who, are we?
I suppose not.
Since you are our new neighbor, it is perhaps better that you know what he's like.
You're starting to worry me.
Well, Mr. Holmes is relapsing. This illness that he has seizes him when he finds himself with nothing to do. He becomes completely asocial. And alas, this is a very difficult, medically incurable case. Now, this must stay between us.
Of course, I understand. How very sad.
But there is a cure, if only a temporary one. A thrilling inquiry. Most certainly. If he refuses this one, then his condition will worsen.
Oh, I am still here, you know. I didn't fall out of the window. Very well, then.
Thank you, miss.
またかよ。知ってるよ。
Now tell me, boy, what brings you here?
It's my father, sir. He's missing. I don't know what to do.
What's his name?
George Hurst, sir.
Missing, eh? And what do the police say?
The police, they don't believe me. They say he's just abandoned me. But that's a lie.
And when was the last time you saw him?
3 weeks ago. He left for a new job, but this time he was acting a bit strange and angry.
Strange? In what way?
He said to me, "Son, I'm out on a special job. Don't you dare move from here." I think something went wrong.
3 weeks? That's a long time.
Well, every day I thought he would show up. And anyway, I can look after myself.
Very well. Your address, please, Tom.
12 Dorset Street, the first floor, door E. It's in Whitechapel, sir. But I ain't got no money to pay.
Who asked for money, Tom? Your case seems to be the very medicine I need. I'll meet you there shortly.
Oh, thank you, sir.
가시래요.
Poor child. Holmes, you should help him.
My archive. I can always consult with it if need. My archive. I can always My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
시르. 진짜 또이야.
These streets are too narrow for the cab. I'll have to walk. Whitechapel High Street. Whitechapel High Street. North Street. There's nobody at home.
그러니까
Dorset Street.
이거 할까? 어깨로요.
Tis our home, Mr. Holmes. I hope you'll find my father soon. Please, sir, find my father.
자가 왜 이래 말이야?
Please, sir, find my father.
Ah, so that's why you came to see me.
있다요.
Ah, so that's why you came to see me. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't tell me, but I know that he pawned his coat for them.
Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance.
가보자랴.
Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills.
My mother, sir. She died when I was very young. My father told me what she was like, but that's all I have.
I'm sorry, Tom. My mother left me when I was very young, too. Old clothes, soiled and worn. It's too dark. I can't see anything. It's too dark. I can't... A leather satchel, what's in it?
예. 포켓차예요.
Just some old things.
예. 깨려나요.
I hope you'll.
Glue. Probably taken from a wall. Glue. Probably taken from a wall. The old Tabard pub, North Street.
토레르죠.
Well, I can see the...
예? 그것도 깨르르죠.終わってねえよ。一枚カバンの中入れんな。
Just some old things. The old Tabard pub? Did you hear anything about it from your father, Tom?
My father's a regular, but he's not a drinker, sir. It's close by on North Street. I hope you'll find. I hope you'll.
分かったよ。え？どうも。めっちゃ目つき悪いじゃん。
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
Well, if it isn't young Wiggins. And I see you found yourself a job.
If you can call it that. I hate it. But if you've got any proper work for me...
I just might be in need of your assistance later. Wait here.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
顔色悪いぞ。どこだっけ。ノースストリート。
There's nobody at home. I need to Earwig to find out who is offering this special job.
The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
何これ。
That fellow who's offering the special jobs, he never drinks alcohol.
Dump the bosses off your backs.
Arm in arm, stronger together, stronger than ever.
絶対こいつやん。
There's no one to eavesdrop. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine. Dump the bosses off your backs. The man who's offering that special job has a proper set of mutton chop whiskers.
チョップスって何色やん。
Equality for the working class.
I'm glad I'm my own boss. I can complain only to myself. Or to Watson. So, the man I'm looking for has whiskers and never drinks alcohol.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
いず耳がやべえじゃん。なんで耳が引っかかんない。
This must be the man that I'm looking for. Interesting. A missing person. I should find out more.
トーゼットストリート。
You see that gentleman? I need you to follow him and report back to me.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
任せました。声に変わるんだけど。嘘やろ。見失って。え？おい。危ねえ。
Whitechapel never changes. Dirt and beggars everywhere.
Whatだけ用心深いね。
I couldn't pay my rent last week.
Pumpkin, cabbage, cheap.
They won't let me pass. I'll need to find another way.
いけるやろ。
Rich folk feed meat to their dogs. I can't even remember what...
Living costs are too much these days. My son has to work down the
버스
sewers.
전에
He's only 7.
엑사일이에요.
Stop crying and get to work.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
Stupid kid.
에?
What are you waiting for?
Who do we
쏘야.
have here? Get him!
맞을까요? 네,こいつつけやな。振り向かないな。男なら前向けよ。
Take a brush and get in there.
Ah, boys from the Bruisers gang. Better keep out of their way.
What are you waiting for?
何も待ってねえやん。
I'll be able to continue the chase if I climb up the chimney, but it's dangerous.
Take a brush and get in there.
Please, you don't have...
Go on then.
누가 다 했네. 이렇게. 맞지.何これ. 야봐. 무서워. 말해.
He's still here, that's a relief.
先が思いやられるわ. 예. 우리래네 이제. 그러다. 있다. 뭐야, 저, 뭐지? 수일이 관계네 이제. 캐리어로.
what shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
用心深すぎるやろ。
No.
あ、なんか喋った。中庭をどうのこうのっつって。
Oi, what are you doing in my garden?
お前なれ、なんだあいつ。なんで見とんの。オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。え？あ、ここ。
Look at that crawling rat.
やばいやばい。
I know that boy. He's Shoeshine Jim from Chambers Street. He's mute because his drunk stepfather beat him. Hey, Jim. Can you lend me your kit? I'm on a secret mission for Mr. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
It's dirty. I should use a damp cloth. It's dirty.
Hurry up.
ちょっと待ってくれよ。ゴーゴー。
This could be useful with a small brush.
Okay.
What do you... Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
昨日始めたばっかなんだよ。めっちゃ不信感溜まったね。絶対犬で引っかかるでしょ。この犬はまずいって言うんでしょ。
Damn! I need to find another way.
At last, the weather's good. Last week was freezing.
I'm afraid it doesn't get cold again. I've no money for coal.
I can't lose him now.
罰をさなくてもしてるよ。
Interesting. What's going on in the yard?
嫌やな。めっちゃ金持ちだね。
Locked.
郵送か。来た。 バレるやろ。ちょっと待って。お前かがんでもいいことねえよ。勝手に振り返るの。自動扉か。
I can't see what's inside.
見ようとしてねえだろ。銃持ってんじ
Ah, a coat of arms. It might help Mr. Holmes. I'll make a drawing of it.
ゃん。すげえな。
Wow, a lot of expensive stuff.
え
Wow.
オッケーオッケー。
It's too dangerous to enter.
ねえ、入った方がいいよ。解決じゃん。なんでここだけ歩くんだよ。警戒怠るな。
I can't leave yet. I'm not finished here.
フィニッシュだよ。あ
Do only 2 people live here? I wish one was me.
どうも。
Do only 2 people live here?
入るか。ワン
It's
ちゃん。
too dangerous to enter. I can't see what's inside. I can't see what...
帰ろう。鍵だけ開けて帰ろう。
Locked. I can't leave yet. I'm not finished here.
どんだけやる気あんねん。いくらもらえんねん。このホームズさんいくらくれんねんこれ。まだあった？燃えている。
Wow, a lot of expensive stuff.
これか。ちょっと入っちゃおうか。あ、
I can't see what's inside.
見えへんわ。なんでここだけ歩くねん。
I can't see what's inside. I can't see what's inside.
帰ろうか。
It's too dangerous to enter.
まだ観察が足んないのかな。こいつ誰だよ。
Do only 2 people live here? Bags of food. I like this house. Time to report to Mr. Holmes. Let's get outside before I get caught.
どうだろう。解決ゾロリや。
Wigan's tale was quite unusual.
お前
What do you
何し
make
と
of
んの
what you found, Holmes?
下手すぎやろ
Wiggins did a good job.
ナイスウィギンスお前何しとんの
Holmes, we need to help poor Tom. Holmes, we need to help poor Tom.
助けようとしてたやん何しとったねん
That's not the one I need.
違うな
That's not the one.
違
That's
う
not.
な
That's not the one.
違うな
That's not the one I need.
違うんだな
That's not.
違う違う違う
That's not the one.
違う違う違う違う違う
That's not the one I.
これだ
That's not the.
これだ違う違う合ってた回し家の紋章現在の一読のめっちゃいいやつらやん
Here it is. So this man could be Lord Marsh. Huh. A lord who hangs around in a public house. Let's pay a visit to Lord Marsh. We'll pretend that we're interested in his charitable activities.
上着着てよ
Mr. Holmes, you have a visitor.
Oh, just ask him to wait.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. This young lady refuses to wait for anything.
What?
Father!
Caitlin!
Miss Caitlin's boarding school was flooded. Everyone was sent home.
As if it could smell any mustier.
My word, how is it possible that you have grown up so fast?
You'll be staying. Wherever will we put you?
Holmes, I'll give her my room, of course.
What do you have to say, Kate?
You're on a new case. A respectable lady who's being blackmailed? Or is it a love story between a prince and a suffragist?
However did you guess?
You will tell me, won't you, Father?
We'll see. If you behave.
All right, then. Have fun. I'll go and unpack. Will you help me, Mrs. Hudson?
上着着ろよマジで
A map of London and its surroundings.
俺もそう思うあ、地図で一発でいけんのかこの時間いらねえだろなんで乗ってんだよもう集中できんやろいいヒゲだよアップやねんこれヒゲかよ上着着ろよ
Holmes, about Caitlin.
なんでお前来てんだよ俺は来てないのに
She has grown up, hasn't she? Don't you think it's time to tell her?
To tell her what, Watson?
Well, about her father.
Never. Absolutely never. Do you hear me?
Holmes, you were responsible for the death of her father. You owe her the truth. She is old enough now.
I would lose her. Can't you see that? She must never know, Watson. Is that clear?
Holmes.
It won't and can't happen.
ヒゲ剃ってから言えよお前
Come in, please.
めっちゃええやつやんお前が開けろよ
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
本名名乗るんかい。ああ、いい美容院行ってんな。体調不良。いや体調不良でしょ。これは資産か。正解。膝掛け。体調不良。しわくちゃの手。あったかいコーヒー。タバコ。薬。鎮痛剤。うん。やりすぎだろ。読めない。レシピじゃないよ。漁師か。狩人のハンターな。医者かお前。どっちやねん。狩人で医者かよ。すげえやつだな。美容院や。なんやねんこの沈黙の時間。話せよ。いい、まだあるの。完成した人物像。なんで名前わかんだよ。すごいな。どうせいいとこのやつだろ。これどうやって次のページ？違う。どうやって2ページ目行くのこれ。教えてくれ。幻の2ページかよ。こいつが2ページってことか。
I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now too from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspiration. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, man?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson.
これの意味がわからない。未だにわかんないんだけど。ただの流儀です。
In that case, why are you taking such powerful painkillers?
Excuse me, what do you mean?
Mr. Holmes is referring to the pills on your table.
I'm sorry, but that's a medical confidentiality.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes? But also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
上着くれよ。上着が欲しいよ。フッシーに上着ないのかよ。もう集中タイムで欲しい。
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college.
すげえな。
Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education program, a great many poor people will have a second chance in life. Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
Okay.
Lord Marsh even helps hospitals. A provision dealing with the paupers of Whitechapel. It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor.
なんで部屋にこんな置いとくね。倉庫に入れとけよ。どういう状況？
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
どこで寝てんねん。
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
そう思う。
Humanitarian aid for an orphanage.
ええやつや。2回行けねえじゃん、こんな散らかってた。
It's closed.
ここに詰めとけよ、全部。
Locked.
2階に行けないって推理しろよ。部屋が散らかりすぎてる。なんでそういうとこ推理しないの？
A provision.
分かった。
Is there something else that interests you?
Lord Marsh believes that he can...
I'm intrigued.
お前他に推理しろよ、お前も助手なんだから。
Humanity.
こっちは開くんかい。ここ行きたい。なんで開かないの？あ、開けろよ。もうええやつやん。ええやつやんで終わろうや、このゲーム。ええやつだったっつって。犯人はいいやつだったって。
shut tight.
何これまだなんかあんの？ないよ。
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first.
どういたしまして。どういたしまして。上着くれよ。
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
お前も推理しろよ。
It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor.
これはこれか。今光ってたじゃん。あ、こうやらないとダメだ。10月だ。タナー、ケリー、ストロベッチ、サッチャー、ストロ
I've never heard of this man. I've never heard of this man.
こいつだ。
I've never heard of this man.
あ、こいつだ。
I've never heard of this man.
こいつか。最後やんけ。
John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster.
聞いたことないな。聞いたことないな。
Can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes.
Goodbye. 上着を一つ譲っていただけませんか。上着を一つ譲っていただけませんか。何これ。教育活動。全部ちゃうやんけ。ラストの仕事。何これ。うん。頑張れ、ホームズ。何これ。何これ、どういうこと？全然足りないってこと？ダメだ、全くわからん。そんな顔してます。
Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh, yeah. I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful.
いいもん見つけたよ、お前ホームズだよ。お前がホームズだよ。
This oil can also be used on weapons. This oil can also be used on weapons. A ramrod to clean a rifle.
What? 上から読んでも下から読んでもってか。違います。
Wolfjack. Looks like a military badge. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would have shown it me.
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle.
おい、水漏れしとるやんけ。
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it.
管理人に言えよ、管理人に。
George Hurst's work was varied. He was evidently a hard-working and valuable hand. Old clothes, soiled and worn.
Huh? 絶対なんかあるだろ。バケツだ。見た。なんでバケツに目がいかないの？お、いった。
This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm.
Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle.
トビーどうやって呼ぶんだよ。おっ。めっちゃ記されてんじゃん。
Food's running low. It's already 3 weeks since George Hurst's disappearance. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford.
Father bought all those books for me. He didn't.
Oh, それいちいちやんなきゃダメ？置いとけよ。
Please, sir, find my father.
任せろ。晴れてるやん。なんで雨やん。トビーどうやって呼ぶの？トビーを読ませてくれませんか？
Mr.
えぐれるじゃん。
Hurst covered his bills ahead of time.
Toby、一回家に戻んのか。帰ろ帰ろ、お家へ帰ろ。考えてるようで考えてねえよ。空間開かないとダメなの。つながりはありません。トビー。トビー。違うか。トビーどこに。あ、いたいたいた。
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
さすが医者だな。
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh.
ドクター X かよ。人なでぐらいしてやれよ。一回開かないとダメだな。
Search, Toby, search.
マジかよ。ドアを開けてよ。自分で開けんの？マジかよ。開けてくれよ。犬に開けさせるな。車怖いよ。こっちか。サンキュー。おお、この鍵か。電気代もったいないやん、つけっぱなしとか。切ろよ。 やべえな。
Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. Pile of rubbish.
ここに救援物資置けばいいじゃん。
Old things. Old things. Tom's photograph. Let's try to get inside.
ぶち破れ。何これ。
There's no space for this. There's no space. There's no. There's no.
これが違うのか。どういうこと？勝手に開いたんだけど。
A map of Epping Forest. This case must have been full of cartridges.
やべえやつらだ。
Let's compare. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents.
Do you know what?
This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hearst's files.
いうことですか。わかりません。許すよ。俺は許すよ。これどうやってページめくんねん。めくり方が未だにわからないんだけど。
News clippings on Lords in the education program. Why are they here?
Ne, まだ見れるのあったでしょ。
There was something on the stand.
上着やろ。銃か。想像力が豊かだな。
Just rubbish.
使えるだろまだ。
Ordinary storage. Old things. It's not here.
どっから来たかも覚えてねえ。
Just some old thing. Pile of rubbish. Nothing that could interest me. People use this cellar for storage. There was a rifle here. George Hurst took it with him. There was something on the stand.
Mother. What's with him? なんやねんこの時間いらんよ。
Holmes, what are you doing here? What are you planning?
A mission of my own. You must play the role of the conscientious doctor while I sneak inside Marsh's house. That's the only way of helping little Tom.
上着くれよ。
The window is firmly shut.
今だけこれがわかんない。4番。あ、そういうことか。絶対3番や。
There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space. There's no. There's no space.
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here? How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
永遠に抜け出せません、これ。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
ボタンが効きません。
How can I help you?
I came to visit Lord Marsh.
What for?
I would very much like to see Lord Marsh, if you please.
イントネーションモードから抜けれません。
Oh, you're so clumsy. Can you please not...
I have to visit Lord Marsh and offer him my services.
Fisher, please, allow Dr. Watson to enter.
Good job, Watson.
役に立つじゃないか。ライオンや
Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter. Lord Marsh is a keen hunter.
動物愛護団体の人。かけ方が間違ってます。
Let's see how hard to crack this safe is.
Doctor, it appears that you were impatient to pay me another visit.
Indeed. Will you allow me to examine you? A second opinion, so that the great Lord Marsh does not become the late Lord Marsh.
Well, since you put it that way, very well.
Shall I retire to your office, Lord Marsh?
No, please, Doctor. I insist that you stay. I shall need your assistance.
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
まずい。隠れる。
Mr. Holmes? What are you doing here?
そりゃ見つかるよ。
Will you break anything else?
I'll try my best.
November 7th. This means that the meeting is planned for today.
ありがとうございます。あれも持ってけばいい。
I'd suggest that your current weakness is perhaps more than a simple case of influenza, Lord Marsh.
Where might your companion be, Dr. Watson?
Oh, he's busy poking his nose into other people's business, I'm sure.
My lord, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I must remind you about your meeting.
Is it already time? My apologies, Dr. Watson, but we are expected elsewhere. Might we offer you a lift?
You are going out? I'm not sure that's wise in your condition.
I value your opinion, but misery never rests, and I am needed.
Well, do please take good care of yourself, Lord Marsh. I'll send you my diagnosis, Dr. Fisher.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. Farewell.
なんで助手の方がいい格好してんだよ。なんで俺より先にくつろいでんだよ。
Watson, what are you doing at my table?
I just need to check one thing about Lord Marsh. My intuition tells me that Lord Marsh is hiding something about his disease. His cough, in addition to his fever and his usage of strong painkillers, leads me to believe that he is seriously ill. Let's study it more closely.
浮気してんなこれ。あ、こうか。
Sputum with tiny drops of blood. I could take a sample and examine it under the microscope.
違う。いいのか。合ってんの。すごいよく取れるな。
Let us apply chemicals to color the sample.
まあめっちゃ詳しい。
I need a pipette.
ピペットってなんすか。これか。
This chemical should be applied second.
一番これでしょじゃあ。違うピペット使わないこういう時。
Now, let's examine the colored sample under the microscope.
OK。
I need a sample.
分かってるよ。お前やれよ、助手なんだから。見てもわかんねえ。お、寄生虫だ。
Mycobacterium. It appears that Lord Marsh is seriously ill.
Okay.
Holmes, this is no longer a laughing matter. It is just as I feared. Lord Marsh is suffering from tuberculosis.
You don't say.
Yes, I do say. And Holmes, he will die if he is not transferred to a sanatorium as soon as possible.
And yet both Lord Marsh and Dr. Fisher are doing their best to hide this fact. How interesting.
But why?
Why indeed, Watson?
Oh, but... Oh, dear God. You don't think that Lord Marsh contracted tuberculosis while aiding the poor? How terrible. I have a commitment that I can't possibly cancel. Holmes, during my absence, please be extremely careful. This disease is highly contagious. And remember that we have women at home.
Thank you, Miss Alice. Until later.
I'll see you soon, Caitlin.
Where have you been?
Our neighbour lent me a book. She is so kind. I think she likes you.
I doubt that.
How is your investigation going?
It's going. Dracula?
Yes. It's forbidden reading at my boarding school. Did you know?
Well, well.
完成しちゃうやんけ。
I can't wait to tell all my friends about this. It is thrilling.
なんで入ってきたの？
My analysis table. It's useful for my work.
やべえ。積んだ。
That's not the... That's...
違う、
That's
違
not the
う
one
な。
That's not...
違います。
That's not the one I need.
これか。
Here it is.
解決しました。
That's not the one I...
紙ないの？これじゃないの？
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
地図見てよ。 わかんねえよ。 地図見りゃ一発だろ。
That's not the one I need. That's
これじゃないな。これじゃないな。これじゃないな。
that's
どれやねん。アシカの失敗場だけにな。
That's not the
あ、これ
That's
か。
not the one I
え
need.
違う。推理もクソもないやんけ。
That's not the one I That's not the one I That's
ワトソンどこ行ったんだよ。
That's not That's
これか。絶対ちゃうやろ。
That's not the one I
わかりません。なんで調べるとか出んだよ。
This is Kate's room. It's private. Well, well. Sweet slumber after a hard-working day. On my pillow.
This is so romantic.
やっぱショコレ探索なんだね。ロバット偵察団。ロバット偵察団。会合はグランストンオーク。頑張れよって言うの。今が何年かもわかんないよ。
That's not the one I
間違えた。間違えた。
That's not That's not that,
マジでわかんない。
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not the one. That's not. That's not. That's not the one I need.
Eh, あと何があんのじゃ。グランストンオークでしょ。
That's not the one I need.
待ってくださいよ。頑張れよじゃないよ。書庫で検索するって書いてあるもんね。ここ以外に書庫ってあんの？教えていただけませんか？地図見りゃ一発じゃねえか。
A map of London and its surroundings. Could be useful.
That's 絶対ないじゃん。
That's not the one I need.
絶対ちゃうだろ。
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's That's not the one.
積んだじゃん。
That's not.
今が何年だよ。
That's not the one. That's not. That's not. That's not the one I need. That's not the. That's not.
これじゃないの。
That's not the one I need.
What also?
That's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. That's not that. That's not. That's not the one. That's not. That's not. That's Here it is. Cranston's Oak is in Epping Forest. That's the place indicated on George Hurst's map.
This is so romantic.
Romantic. Romantic 止めろよ。ね、なんて言ってたっけ、結局。地図で見つける。ああ、そういうことか。開けろ。もういる、まだいる。
Let's try to find the place from the hand-drawn map.
ああ、難しい。小さい地図を、でっかい地図は動かさないの。わあ、移動できんのかよ。もうちょっとでかく見せてくれ。Be ambitious.
Here it is. Drat. I'll need to hurry if I want to find out what's going on at the forest.
Father, that boy Wiggins, does he come here very often?
He helps occasionally in some of my cases. Why do you ask?
I'd like to talk to him.
Talk to him?
Father, back at school there are only girls to talk to, and they are so boring. I'm sure Wiggins has lots of exciting stories to tell about his life in London. It would be so romantic.
Romantic? Whatever that might be.
Sometimes I wonder what world you live in, Father.
Oh, Kate.
I'll leave you alone now.
Oh my god. 推理します。つながりました。整いました。 どうやってエピックフォレストに。あ、いけた。投げ。第一章でどんだけあんねん。え
？Let's see how long you can stay alive.
どういうこと？危ねえ。やばい。ダメだ、隠れるな、いけ。建築しろ、建築。かわすかわす。なに、笑いかい。熊じゃねえんだよ。おう。かわした。はい。
Is that your blood in the snow?
なんだこいつら、やべえやつらだな。いけいけいけ。しゃしゃしゃ。やばい。やばい。あ。ちょうどいい。左坂。こっちや。いけいけ。上着着ろよ。バトソン。違うか。
This man was killed recently. This man was
59歳。独身。
Find him, boys. Find him.
またバレた。やめろ。やばい。危ない。神回。やばい。街の国は大きな石。無理です。めちゃくちゃですそう。嘘やろ。 お願いします。かわします。
I saw something.
痛い。やばい。押した。あ
I like to call this the Swamp of Despair!
どういうこと？なんでそんな見えんだよ。見つけました。あ、これ溺れてんのか。いけ見えました。また戻るやんけ。車線通ってる。見えました。あ、やば。嘘やろ。やめろ。危ない。走れ。危ない。証拠になります。
My God, it's Lord Harrington's body. He was killed by a shot to the... My health is deteriorating. I need to dress my wound.
ああ、手当てしてっす。ああ、農家がある。お姉さん。
I can hide here.
弾を取ろう、これで。
The Quartermain Club. This must be Lord Marsh's cabin.
オッケー。オッケー、帰ろう。一泊しよう。なんやねん、なんもねえじゃん。手当てすんじゃないのか。どういうこと？なんで暗くなるの？
I can hide here. I can hide here.
走ってくれ。頼む。
Someone's coming. I better hide.
Breathe, Lord Marsh. It's almost over.
Who are you?
George Hurst from the 1st Lovett Scouts, here to deliver justice.
An old soldier. How ironic. Did we refuse you on our special education program?
It's true, I was refused. An old wounded soldier is useless to you, but he can still be dangerous.
We hunted a lot in these woods, but I didn't expect to become the prey. I have lived a grand life without any limits set by others. I will die a happy man, so you won't see me begging, you festering wretch.
Prepare to meet your maker.
やめてあげて。推理するか。こういう時こそ落ち着かなきゃ。違うわ。解決しました。推理するの？衝突。違う。ひらめきました。ちげえよ。違います。すいません。間違えました。こっちです。何これ選べないんだけど。 どういうことこれ。うわ、そういうことか。解決ぞろりです。彼は、ああ、こいつがジョージ・ハーストの。何をした俺。間違えた。もう丸と×逆やね。なんでこれが特殊な仕事なんだよ。
George, lower your rifle, please, for Tom's sake.
Holmes! My, an almost worthy opponent.
Tom? My Tom? If you've endangered my lad in any way, you will pay dearly.
I assure you that Tom is safe in London with a well-trusted friend. And now, it's time to end this.
By all means.
George Hurst, you have killed enough people. Your insanity ends today. Drop your gun. You may have wounded me, but I won't miss you.
If I ever had you in my aim, I wouldn't have merely wounded you.
Oh, the best detective in England.
Detective, take a look here.
This is how you became sick, Lord Marsh. The beheading of your victims who were suffering from tuberculosis was what infected you. Poetic justice. I was wrong.
The best detective in England.
Enough! You'll die here, Lord Marsh, and you'll die slowly.
Mr. Hurst, you've already served brutal justice to Lord Harrington and I hope Lord Collins and Dr. Fisher. Taking that into consideration, you may as well kill Lord Marsh and end the Quartermain Club completely. No loose ends.
どういうこと？何もしてないんだけど。交換です。終わります。